We're just over a week away from the greatest sporting event of the year, and it's time to find out who is going to be the greatest player in that game and win the Super Bowl MVP award. Now, if you're looking for me to pick a quarterback for MVP, this video may not be for you. This video is to highlight a few MVP long shots with the odds coming from my good friends over at North Star Bets. Quarterbacks Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts are the clear favorites to win the award with odds at plus 130 each. But then there's a steep drop-off with Travis Kelce next up at plus 1200. I know a tight end has never been the Super Bowl MVP, but why not take a flyer on the best tight end in the game today? Kelce was 8th in yards and 2nd in touchdowns among all receivers in the regular season, and in the playoffs, he hasn't slowed down. 21 receptions on 25 targets and 3 touchdowns. Plus, with injuries to the Chiefs' wide receivers and their status in question for the big game, Kelce should find a ton of targets. Give me Kelce to win MVP at plus 1200. The Eagles' running game has become a two-headed monster of sorts in the playoffs. Miles Sanders and Kenneth Gainwell have both looked good this postseason, amassing close to 300 yards and scoring 3 times. Here's why I'm leaning with Kenneth Gainwell to win MVP over Sanders. Gainwell has 2 less attempts, but he's averaging 6.2 yards per carry to Sanders' 4.7. I am a little worried about the goal line work, but Gainwell's MVP odds are literally double that of Sanders. I'll take the plus 5,000 of Gainwell over the plus 2,500 of Sanders. And last but not least, another tight end is definitely worth a sprinkle. Dallas Goedert has been reliable this postseason, catching 10 of 11 targets for 81 yards and a score. And Kansas City was 5th worst in the league in touchdowns allowed to tight ends in the regular season with 9. If Goedert can find the end zone a couple of times, he could be the frontrunner for MVP, and at 50-1, that's definitely worth a look. Those are my long shots to win MVP for the big game. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments, or at me on Twitter. I'll be back next week to preview the Chiefs-Eagles matchup, but until then, you can head on over to northstarbets.ca to check out all the markets on the big game.